Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Bachelorette. Season 1, Episode 3. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
So we start the episode off with Brayden, Dotun, Caleb B, Xavier. They're all sitting around talking and just explaining how they're looking forward to moving forward with Charity. Then we go to some of the other guys who are talking about how they don't really think Charity should be distracted by the drama, which is pretty much Brayden. Then Charity, she ends up coming in to meet up with the guys, and she apologizes for leaving the barbecue early and announces that they're going to Oceanside, California.
It's almost like a foreshadowing, it seemed like.
Right. So then they move on. Charity says that the guys are going to be going in a bus, but there's going to be a one-on-one and somebody who's going to arrive in a helicopter with her. And she chooses Brayden.
Hey, Brayden.
And everybody's faces drop.
He gets 2 one-on-one dates.
Yes. Yeah. So he's really smelling himself right now. So what's funny is, so Brayden and Charity, they're on the plane. They're having their champagne.
Helicopter, to be specific.
Yes. And they're looking down and they see the mansion. And then they see the guys getting on the bus. And the guys felt super salty because they were looking up and they were like, oh, that's the helicopter with Charity and Brayden on.
I wonder who idea that was, ABC.
Right. So then, so they're going to San Diego, and Brayden, that's where he's from. So he's pointing out like the areas he grew up in, and they land in the center of the baseball field, I guess, of that.
The Padres.
Yeah, the Padres. Yeah. So Brayden, he's losing his mind because he's like, I come to these games, like I've been all the way up in the nosebleeds, and then he's on there and they get the whole field to themselves.
Yeah.
So it's cute. Like they're going back and forth and playing catch, and he's talking about as a kid how he got hit in the nose playing catch with his dad.
Another foreshadowing.
And then he ends up hitting Charity in the nose with the baseball. Then we move on, and it gets a little bit weird. So
what, just now? Like this? Okay. Okay.
The situation with Charity and Brayden, Brayden, he's saying that he's willing to fight, or he's explaining that it's difficult for him being in the house with the other guys.
Talking to Mike.
Being in the house with the other guys. And just saying that he will, try day by day to see what goes on with them, but Charity is saying like she's willing to fight for a relationship, and he should be willing to as well. And at the end of this, they're getting engaged, and he knew this is a show with 20 something other guys. Yeah. So it's like, where are you coming from, Brayden?
Charity said she's willing to fight for a relationship.
Yeah.
Fight what?
I guess to get to a relationship, but this is a different kind of fight than.
But what fighting is she doing? She gets to do all these lavish things. She get to be in the helicopter. She get to have 20 guys or 15 guys, whatever guys left, fight for her attention and things like that. What is she fighting for?
I don't know about in this situation.
I'm about to say, like, there's no risk that she's. I mean, what's the risk that she's gonna be with a total stranger? But besides that, there's nothing that she like. He got to fight 19 other guys or however guys left, compared to she just get to choose freely who she want to spend one-on-one time with. Date planned out, apparently. They get to go in a helicopter, they get to do all these lavish things. She get to be the queen of the day. Yeah. So I'm just concerned or baffled, what is she fighting for? But I digress.
Right. So then we get back to the house where the guys arrived, and they find out who's going on a group date and who's going on one-on-one. So Warwick gets the one-on-one, and everybody else gets the group date.
Everybody was mad at my man Warwick. He ain't say nothing to nobody.
They were all like, well, what do you know about Warwick? Homeboy said, he's a nice guy.
What do you know about Warwick, Blair?
I know Warwick gets tired after amusement parks.
No, not based off the show.
Okay. Just by watching, I don't know anything about Warwick.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
So then the guys, they go on to we go back to the date with Charity and Brayden, and they're having their dinner date, and they exchange baseballs. in her baseball, she's saying that, you know, she's enjoying her time with him. His baseball, he's saying that he's willing to try.
Nice.
That just fell so flat with me. You're willing to try.
I mean, what else do you want me to say? Let's say you on the show and you are the Bachelorette, and you're on a date with a person. They say they're willing to try. Like, what would you want somebody to say to you in that moment?
I guess I kind of have it in my head of Bachelorette world versus real world.
No, this is the real world apparently. So I'm like.
So saying you're willing to try with someone is fine.
I just met you.
Right. But I'm saying if you're coming on the Bachelorette with your purpose of being with the Bachelorette, trying, we'll see day by day, that doesn't sound like you're confident enough in your decision to be here. That's what I'm getting at. Hey. If you weren't going to be 100% in it, then you can just date anybody.
No, I want to date the Bachelorette.
Okay.
I don't understand what she wants. Like, does she want somebody to fall in love with her immediately? Because if it was the other way, I feel like she would be like, he's coming off a little too strong, a little too sure. Like, you know what I mean? But because he is in a position that he's hesitant, it kind of takes away the power of the Bachelorette. Dude, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if I'm the queen and you don't kneel before me, it kind of negates my power over you. It, like, in order for my power of queen to actually work, you have to believe in me. You have to believe in my ability to have this power. So to her, she's like, I got 19 guys, 20 guys, I don't know how many guys at the house, fighting over me. Yeah. And then you're on a date with a guy that's like, we'll see. Yeah. She's like, well, wait a minute. Like
this is not in the script.
Exactly. So hey, I like Brayden for that. I try.
I respect it for him. I feel like he's being honest. And I do feel like when everybody is so sure and everything, it does come across cheesy and fake, because it's just like, you really haven't gotten time to even know the girl.
I'm about to say, excuse the hell out of me for being honest. Excuse me.
So I respect his honesty, but in the given circumstances of the show in this situation, I would want him to have more than a try versus a, you know, I want this.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
And then so the girls, not the girls, goodness gracious, the guys.
Take your time.
They are going on their group date, and the group date is a Barbie themed group date because, you know, the Barbie movie is about to be coming out. So
promo?
Yeah.
No, definitely not on the Bachelorette. Right. ABC.
Right.
They wouldn't promo a movie.
So I'm just like, they must have just had the dates back then. Well, clearly, because they recorded a while ago. This wasn't something fresh and brand new. So anyway, so the guys go to their group date, and the challenge is for them all to dress up like Kens. Charity is Barbie, and she looks so cute in her pink.
She's the queen.
Yes. And they all have to come up with a song to the tune of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So all the guys get to writing. Then they have to sing it in front of a crowd.
This mysterious crowd just keeps popping up.
The crowd of people. I guess it's the Bachelor Nation, they call themselves.
They just keep popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah. I was thinking they would be able to really like serenade Charity and have like a little intimate moment, but clearly, you know.
What about this show made you think that was going to happen?
I thought maybe it was a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah. So they all get up there, they do their singing, and the guy who won,
I don't remember his name.
Sean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was a blonde guy.
Kind of short, right? He kind of like on the shorter side.
Yeah, and he had like the denim outfit on, so I think he was like the denim on denim Ken or whatever. And then Aaron S was pissed.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm a man."
Well, no, you're Ken.
He said, "If she wants a little boy, she can have Sean, but I'm a man. I know how to camp. I know how to fish." He's a man.
No, you're Ken. You're not a man in this situation. You were a guy who was on this show dressed up as Ken, writing a song to Girls Just Want to Have Fun, right?
To a girl you don't even know.
Yes. So you ain't no man, buddy. Okay.
So Sean and Charity, they have their little bit of time on the dock. To me, it was nothing that really stood out or memorable.
I mean, yeah, I think he won mainly because he took the initiative of going up there and kissing her.
Yeah.
And basically kind of knock her off her square. You know, she's like, I like somebody that takes the initiative that way. Aaron S. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how he was able to win that one-on-one date and so forth. I think he said something like he looked the most like Ken or something like that.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. So, so she comes to hang out with the guys for just another like get together at the house, and she's sitting down and just letting the guys know that she's looking forward to talking to them. She's sitting next to Sean, who remember she already had a little bit of one-on-one time with.
Yeah.
And he immediately says, Charity, can I talk to you?
Yeah, but like you skip.
I skipped the whole main part.
You skip something.
So the guys are talking, and just kind of sharing their grievances about not having enough time with Charity and wanting to make sure they get enough time to make an impression on her. Sean walks in singing the song that won him the competition, and everybody pretty much thinks he's a douche. Like, why would you come in like that? I guess they were saying that he thought maybe he was going to make light of the situation. But everybody wants to spend the same amount of time with this girl. Like, read the room, bro.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I don't know who it was. Somebody said, act like you've been here before.
He's never been here before. None of y'all have.
I don't even know what that means, brother.
Right.
But I guess they saw it as gloating. They even told him, there's no seat for you on the couch. He sat down on the couch.
Yeah.
And going back to the part where now we're at that part where Charity shows up.
Yeah.
And he asked for more time with her. And then they got mad at him for that.
Yeah. I mean,
if you want time with her, ask for it, Sean. I mean, not Sean, Aaron S. or whoever.
Or anybody, yeah.
If you want time with her, ask her. And he asked for more time.
Yeah.
So he got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not understanding about this show. About y'all's show, by the way. That I'm guessing that the time to take advantage of her in the sense of her time would be when she's at the house.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I ask for a one-on-one time with her when I see her compared to waiting for them to tell me which group I'm in or compared to her asking me out on a date?
Yeah.
If I see her in person, I'm going to ask for some alone time because I don't know when I'm going to see her. I don't know how long she's going to be at the house. So I don't really understand why nobody didn't ask besides the guy that just left her.
Well, I feel like it was because he was sitting right next to her. So he asked before anyone could even get to her.
Okay. I mean,
I don't fault him for it. I mean, he's doing what he came here to do.
It's a game show. I know it's a dating. Y'all like to say it's a dating show, and so forth. It's a love show. It's a game show.
Right.
It's a game show. So, like, you got to play the game. You got to play the game. And guess what? Sean is playing the game to his benefit. You can't be mad. Don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the game. I don't know.
Essentially, right.
Yeah.
So Charity, after Sean, that's when everyone's still all in a pissy fit and pretty much like, I didn't get to spend time with her. Someone said, I ain't talked to her since last Tuesday.
I got you,
so
brother.
Like,
I understand.
My goodness gracious.
I ain't see her since last Monday myself.
So she spends a little bit of one time with John. She spends some time with Michael. And then she does something special for Dalton. She has him come to her room for them to have a private conversation.
He said, oh my God, I'm in her room. Oh my God. He like covered his face and stuff like that. Like, man, get a hold of yourself, man. You Nigerian, man.
It was cute. I kind of didn't really know why she did that. Maybe because she felt a special connection with him. And the first time, I think she did pull him away from the group and had like a private conversation in the cabana or something like that.
Whatever it was.
So, yeah.
And just to go back, Sean didn't want nothing to with Charity besides just to kiss her again. Like, he pulled her aside just so they can make out. I guess so. Right. But yeah, Dalton was acting so
giddy.
Yeah. A little too much for me personally.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I'm in your room. Okay.
Right. So they get to talking, and he's saying about how much that she makes him feel special, and how she provides like an intimate space for him, and she's just really appreciative of how he's describing her, and she's saying like nobody's ever spoken about me this highly before.
This is what Dalton's saying to Charity.
No, this is what Charity's
saying to Dalton.
Saying in the confessional about how Dalton made her feel with everything he was saying about her.
Yeah, and this is why Braden is over here saying I try. Mm-hmm. Because right after all that, you go in that confessional and talk about how so and so make you feel special, and how they make you feel this and they make you feel that. So I can't put all my eggs in a basket, knowing, especially if I'm not the last two. The last 5, I still got a wave of people to go through, and now you're mad at me for playing the same game that you're playing because I'm the contestant. I'm not supposed to be hesitant about it. Right. But she's over here singing the praises of Dalton, who have not got a one-on-one date, and he had 2.
True.
So it's like what do you want me to say? I understand though.
Yeah. So Dalton, he ends up getting the group date rose. And then Charity and Warwick go on their one-on-one date.
Oh, I had no idea he got a rose.
Yeah. And and then Braden, he got his rose on their one-on-one date. So Charity and Warwick go to an amusement park for their date.
Shout out to Warwick. You earned that one-on-one, bro. Don't let Blair tell you. Don't let the group tell you. Don't let nobody tell you didn't deserve that one-on-one date. I seen how you've been acting so far. 3 episodes in.
But it was clear, like she said, like, oh, he's cute and all this type of stuff. But she was also saying she hadn't gotten to spend much time with him. So I think that was like the main reason why he got chosen, is because she really hasn't even talked to him. Like probably not even said hi and bye for real, because he'd just be sitting in the back watching. So they go to this amusement park date. I wasn't a fan of the date. It was cute.
They was overdressed for it in my eyes.
Right. They were overdressed. They didn't seem like they were comfortable enough to have a good time. And also, me personally, I'm not a roller coaster person.
What?
And a rides person.
What?
So I was wondering, like, what if they don't like this kind of stuff? But, I guess you just push through because you're on the show.
And you trying to win her heart.
Yeah. And even on the date, he's not talking much. One of the parts of the date, they went to get ice cream, and she was saying like, oh, like I wonder what kind of ice cream I want to get, and she's like, oh, I think I'll do cotton candy. And I'm thinking, like, with her saying that, he will grab the scooper and scoop up her cotton candy for her.
I don't want cotton candy.
So, and even when she's scooping it up, she's like, how do you even do something like this? He's just standing there watching.
I'm waiting for you to be done so I can get my ice cream. I feel you, Warwick. Don't let them make you feel bad, bro. Like, she had the scoop, but you was polite to let her go first. Don't let them make you feel bad because she was struggling with her cotton candy ice cream.
Right. And they were sitting, eating their ice cream, not saying much.
They had ice cream before dinner. You realize that, right? They had the ice.
Yeah.
They had the ice cream before they plated meal.
Right.
Just small details. That's all.
Right. And so they're talking during their ice cream, and the whole date pretty much, Charity is trying to pull something out of him. Like, even when they were sitting down, tell me about your past relationships. Like, why didn't things work? Things just don't work out sometimes.
I like that answer.
And it's just, he's giving nothing. Absolutely nothing. And she says, okay, well, she didn't even finish her food.
I don't think they even touched that food.
Really? And she said, I think I'm going to walk you out.
Whoa.
She said, can I walk you out?
You don't even
She said it very nicely.
You don't even own this park.
Right. And
he did not win the rose.
Right. And he didn't seem to care. Even on the ride back, they were trying to ask him questions. He was like, amusement parks, they just make me tired. He starts yawning, and he knocks out in the middle of the interview.
Here's my thing. I had no idea, because she said that maybe we on 2 different paths and whatever excuse they gave each other. I had no idea they were driving him home. Like, I thought he was going back to the house.
Nah, they were taking him back to the airport. Or
wow.
wherever the hell he came from.
That's crazy. I don't even get to say bye to the guys. But, hey, Charity, ask better questions. Ask better questions, you get better answers.
Right.
Tell me about your date. That's nothing specific. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, she's the queen. She's Barbie. She is the Bachelorette. So, if no one is head over heels for her, like, that was a typical first date.
A bad one. I mean, at least the dude would usually talk to you.
Maybe. Listen here, I probably put it on the bad side. But that's usually how first dates go. That's usually how first dates go. And granted, to her point, you have every right to be like, I don't want to see you no more. I don't think we match. I don't think we cool. But I'm like, I think we're starting to see, like, these people are being put in these situations. I don't know if Warwick would have picked an amusement park or a carnival type of theme for the first date. So, and many times than not, he's probably uncomfortable because production is putting him like, y'all go wear tux, you go wear a gown, and y'all going to a carnival. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's go over here. Let's get ice cream. So many times than not, he probably don't feel comfortable. And granted, if you don't feel comfortable, you shouldn't be on the show. But this is just my opinion based off watching it this first time ever.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have been slightly better, but not much better.
Yeah. Because
I'm like, I don't really ride rides. And I ain't see them on no rides except like a merry-go-round or something like that or whatever it is.
Yeah, they did like bumper cars.
Yeah.
They did a little roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting no roller coaster.
Me neither.
I ain't getting a roller coaster that y'all built in the middle of the space talking about we doing this for a scene of The Bachelorette. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night. Like, no.
Right. So we go back to the house. Charity is meeting up with the guys. And she's having a little bit more one-on-one time with some of the guys. So she meets up with Joey, and he shows her his grandfather's letters.
Okay, Joey.
I guess that was a way of trying to connect. And I feel like, I don't know, it's hard for me to read Charity when it comes to these guys and them sharing personal information. Because with everybody, she says, even on her date with Warwick, she was like, I appreciate you for sharing that. He ain't sharing nothing. So... some of this personal stuff these guys share, I'm just kind of like, but how is this like moving your relationship or getting to know each other further and building your connection? But maybe, the grandfather's letters, show. Well, she is a family-oriented person, but who knows? Anyway,
I don't know your grandfather.
Right.
Don't bring your grandfather letters.
Right. And then Xavier, I don't know if you noticed, but when the guys were on the bus, he was knitting.
Xavier, he did say he liked to knit or something like that, or crochet or whatever it is. Okay.
So on the bus, like, we saw a small clip of him knitting, and then he presents to her the scarf that he was knitting for her.
Oh, you a fast knitter.
He did that thing quick, boy. I thought that was so sweet.
That was sweet. Now,
and it was a 3-hour drive for the guys to get there, so he really utilized his time.
He's like, I'm gonna knit.
Yeah.
Okay.
To do something and to give her something memorable.
That is nice, Xavier.
Yeah, that was really thoughtful. I really like that. He's moving up in the ranks for me. So then Brayden gets his some time with Charity. They get to kissing again. And just telling her how he, really wants to take her around to San Diego to meet his family. And he's just really excited about them, their connection. After the kiss, he starts doing his little happy dance. He's shuffling and cha-cha and all in the background. And then who's in the corner hating?
My God.
Aaron B. Mad. And he dancing. So Charity gets to spend some time with Aaron B. And
I think Aaron B asked for time with Charity.
Right.
I don't think she chose him. I think he went there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went there requesting time.
And he goes there and doesn't even start off the conversation talking about himself. How was your day? How are you feeling? He's saying that he wants to protect her. He really cares for her. So he needs to tell him what he's seeing in the house. Tells her what he's been seeing in the house.
Okay, Homelander.
So Aaron drops a bomb, which isn't a real bomb, but he drops a bomb that Brayden has vocalized in the house that he's frustrated with this process.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how he feels about, being with somebody who's dating other guys or 20 of his friends is how Aaron put it.
I don't want somebody who's in the streets. Okay.
And my thing is, I hate when the guys do this. I hate it when Adrian did it. I hate it when Aaron does it. You spending the small amount of time that you have with Charity to talk about somebody else is crazy.
I'm going to snitch.
And it doesn't make you, it doesn't move forward your connection with Charity in any way. All it does, which is what it did, is made her mad and sad.
Listen, he
and end the date early for everybody.
He was happy. He was happy with that information that he gave her, because he was waiting for a thank you from her. He was looking for a kiss or something.
He gave her a nice hug and was on her face.
But he I don't know what he thought he was doing. I don't get this whole protecting. I'm trying to protect you thing. You're not gonna win, Sad. You're not gonna win actually messing up somebody else's type of thing. And maybe he thought okay, maybe if two people come back to back complaining about the same person, that it would get him out. But I don't even understand what his angle is with this. I really don't. And this, I would say, thank you for not flipping no coin this episode. But I really don't even understand the angle. And I don't even know why Charity was upset. I was confused. Everything that was told to her by Aaron
is what Brayden has said to her.
Told her on the date.
Yeah.
So her ending these dates early, just to find out, I think her room upstairs. So I don't even know where she went. You get what I'm saying? Like ending these dates early for one person, it makes no sense. And she's walking through the house and talking to the confessional, talking about that she will snatch a rose off somebody's chest if she have to, and things of that nature. And I'm like, these are the dramatics that I guess Bachelor Nation likes. I'm confused about the whole thing. I'm just looking I don't even understand what's going on. I understand it, but I don't understand why she's mad at him off of something that he already told her.
Well, see, the only reason that I can understand her being mad, which would have me mad too, is, okay, talk to me about it, but why are you going around talking to the other guys?
Because I live here. Right.
But if anything, that's what she needs to say. I understand you have frustrations and all these types of things, but don't make it a thing. You feel that way, you feel that way. But at the same time, I'm enjoying it, watching it. So I'm not mad that he's doing it. But in her position, I'd be like, don't sit around and talk about it like that. And then Aaron, he ends up telling Brayden that he dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
And Brayden is telling him how foul he is for doing that. Why are you talking about me? Keep my name out your mouth. Y'all are a bunch of weirdos. And I agree with him. Y'all are a bunch of weirdos. And focus on you.
And that's insulting. Having a weirdo call you a weirdo, it's really it will get you hot. Because Brayden ain't much cooler than most of those guys there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even though Brayden is I'm guessing in every show there's a person you tune in for. Brayden is starting to become that person that people want to see win or people want to see lose. It's nothing in the middle. So that's how you reel people into watching these type of shows, because he's rather go be the hero that gets the queen at the end, or he's gonna be the villain that you love to see lose.
Yeah.
So right now he's positioning himself, I guess, to be the villain amongst the people in the house. I don't understand. Brayden, I agree with you right there with the whole hey man, keep my name out your mouth. Y'all acting weird, but let's not forget you're weird too. So
okay,
yeah. Please stop it.
Everybody's weird for doing this.
Yes, everybody.
Yeah,
because Brayden, even though like he's like how can I play this? How can I say this nicely? I don't think I can say it nicely. Brayden gives off the vibe of best friend. Like he's not Aaron S. Like he don't give up that vibe of like I'm a camper and I'm
here to sweep you off your feet
or like a man's man, if you want to put it in that way. Brayden gives off the vibe of like I'm here for a fun time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here for a fun time.
Not a long time.
We're gonna enjoy each other, and then like then we go our separate paths. He doesn't give off the vibe off of how these men are trying to present themselves, of trying to protect Charity and looking out for her. He's like, yo, let's giggle in the back, let's giggle in the helicopter, let's have little inside jokes. We just having a fun time, So, hey, I don't know.
And the thing is, like, Charity sees that, and I think that's also why it upsets her so much, because she sees it, the other guys see it, they're bringing it to her face. Like, Brayden doesn't come off as seriously invested in her, and I think she really wants him to be.
Sorry, I won't kneel.
Right. And it's just not happening. So
I won't kneel.
So Charity ends up pulling him aside.
At least not the third episode.
Right. Charity ends up pulling him aside and having a one-on-one and talking to him about the information that was brought to her by Aaron. And
he just repeated himself.
Brayden stood his ground because he's like, I said this to you already. Like, and the way they communicate, I like how they communicate very calmly and not arguing and shouting and stuff like that. But he's right. Like, I said, I'm trying, and I said this is hard.
I think he said something like, I never even met your people. He said, I met your brother barely.
And he had on a wig and a mustache.
So he's like, I never met your folks. You never met my folks. Like, how do you expect me to be completely invested in you when I don't even know all of you? Basically, I'm paraphrasing for him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, facts. But she don't want to hear that.
No.
Because I got 13, 15, I keep changing the number. I got 33 other guys back there who's willing to, like, jump off a bridge for me if they want to. So, but in a way, even though, like, Brayden doesn't come off as, like, masculine, that was a masculine thing he did in the sense of when confronted, he didn't change the story. Yeah. He just be like, hey, I'll say it nicer, but I'm going to say the same thing. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like maybe it's too much reality hitting her, because that's what anybody would say normally. Yeah. But with it being the Bachelorette, like we said before, she's on a pedestal. Y'all are vying for her attention. And she doesn't want to feel like she's vying for any man's attention. But she's giving Brayden 2 dates, 2 roses.
And she really likes
him. And she really likes him.
And he's like, I like you too, but
so we'll see.
Yeah.
So we get to the rose ceremony. Aaron B gets the first rose.
Of course, snitches.
Caleb, Xavier, Joey, Michael, John, Sean, Tanner, and then there's a little bit of moment of tenseness.
Because Brayden already has a rose.
But
there's a tense moment, as Blair was saying.
Right, as far as, is Brayden going to keep the rose? Is she going to rip it off his chest and give it to somebody else?
Aaron Ness is like, there's a spot that may be open because he ain't got a rose yet.
Right.
The man's man.
Right. And so she goes to talk to the host and, is trying to kind of work out her thoughts. And they come back. And
they both didn't come back. He came back alone. He came back alone. And then he was like, that's it, guys.
Yep. Have a good night. Yes, those of you who have roses are safe.
And that Brayden stays.
And that's where we left off.
And Aaron S., if you was a man, as you claim to be, you would have snatched the rose off his chest and put it on your chest.
As a man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And Adrian, the other snitch of last week, he gone.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So, Aaron, don't keep doing this because you might be out next. Spending all your time talking about Braden.
Use your time wisely. If I have 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes with somebody, I'm not bringing up another name. I'm talking about me. I'm gonna knit a scarf. I'm gonna do something to stand out. I'm not gonna stand out by putting a magnifying glass on somebody else.
Right.
It's not gonna work on this type of game show. Sorry, it's not a dating show.
Yeah.
It's a game show. So.
Well, let us know what y'all thought about the episode.
Yeah.
Do you think she should have snatched the rose off of Braden? We want to hear your thoughts. So comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.